uh, Me and Steve are having a joke here, so that's why I'm laughing at the start of this video, guys. All right, guys. Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Wednesday, the 16th of November, 2022. All right, been crazy couple of days, but that's okay. So before we get into this video, I just want to remind everybody I will be live streaming tonight at 8 p.m. I would encourage you to join me then, and we'll have a good discussion then. We're going to be talking about overcoming adversity in the live stream tonight. So hopefully we'll have a good chat. Okay, so all right, we're going to talk about this situation yesterday, and boy, oh boy, did everybody want to jump the gun. Holy crap! Russia has fired missiles into Ukraine, which turned out not necessarily to be the case, right? There was all kinds of speculation that NATO would enact Article 5, which would mean that all the members of NATO would go after Russia in that type of situation. And believe it or not, and I hate to be the one to admit this, Joe Biden cautioned for calm, to wait to see what we get all the facts and all the information. Well, as it turns out, as you guys probably saw in the news today, that it was not an intentional strike. Still, 2 people are still dead, unfortunately, because of it. But it was, it's been ruled that actually, I believe it was a Ukrainian missile, possibly from diverting, one of the Russian missiles coming in to Ukraine. So none of it's a good situation. You're dealing with a situation in Ukraine right now where they, between 85 and 100 missiles were fired into Ukraine from Russia, targeting infrastructure. 7 regions in the country are dealing with blackouts right now. They're trying to get the power back on. Unfortunately, that is, part of war. It's that those things are going to happen, unfortunately. But it's, and so there was 2 missiles that ended up either being diverted or, however the case was done, into Poland. And so 2 people were killed as a result of that. And boy, everybody was jumping on a gun yesterday. I think it is important that we always get all the information first before jumping to conclusions. The last thing that we need to do as the United States of America is get into another conflict with anybody. I think that is very detrimental. If we did something to that effect, it doesn't help us out as a country at all. And so I'm beyond pleased to, for once, to say that I'm actually proud that Biden made the right call to, say, well, we're not going to, jump to conclusions. We're not going to speculate. We're going to wait until the information is there. So that part, I think, was fantastic. Showing restraint is always a good thing. You got to know the facts before you make a move on what's going to happen. So that's a really good thing. Interesting times, folks. Scary times. I think that we need to continue to be resilient, continue to prepare the best that we possibly can. The unknown is absolutely very scary, and so to be as ready as we possibly can be for any type of situation that may come up is a really good thing, because this could have turned into a situation. Now, I want you to think about this a second. Let's say that the United States and NATO jumped to conclusions and said, oh, this is a provocation, this is an amping up, and they did a retaliatory strike. Do you think Russia would sit back and just let that happen? Oh, and here's the other one that I wanted to talk about as well. Who also cautioned for calm? China. China was saying, let's wait till we got all the information before jumping to conclusions. And I think, again, that needs to be done. People need to really be cautious, be smart about the whole situation, get all the information. Will we get all the information? Probably not. Could it have possibly been a misdirected, missile? Sure, could have been. Could it have been, something that happened by mistake? Could have been. Could it have been intentional? Could have been. There's so many things that possibly could happen. Could it have been a setup by a country to try to draw in other powers into an accelerated, situation? It could have been that as well. So there's a lot of coulda, woulda, shoulda beens, right? We will never probably ever know the full truth, the full impact of what happened, why it happened. I'm glad, again, that it was decelerated and calm was prevailed, and I think that that's a good thing. The last thing we need to be in is a World War III type of conflict. That's not ever going to end well for anybody. This isn't, the 1940s. This isn't the 1918 to 1920 range, the war was over by 1918. Sorry, but this is not World War I. This is not World War II. We have weapons, and a lot of people have weapons that can make this, planet uninhabitable to human beings. So that would not end well. So we always need to be smart about what we're doing, paying attention to what is happening, look at all the information, try to get all the facts before, making a decision on what we need to do next. War is never a good thing. I'm a huge proponent of that, especially as I've gotten older. I think that there's other ways that conflicts and things can be resolved. Diplomacy, making agreements with people, what is best for everybody. And that's not, giving something to somebody all the time. It's looking at a situation and realizing what is in the best interest of everyone. I always end my videos, folks, with, we are all in this together. You hear me say it all the time. And I truly believe that, because we're one race called the human race. And we really need to learn to work together. And stop letting greed and power-hungry people make decisions that affect the rest of these countries. Our country, the UK, Australia, China, Russia, Ukraine. Greed and power can corrupt, and it's not a good thing ever. So, just some information that I'm thinking of, and I wanted to share with you guys. I definitely want to hear your feedback on this topic. I think it's an important topic. I think it's something that needs to be talked about. So, cooler heads prevail, which I think is a great thing, and really, I hate to admit it, because I am not a Joe Biden fan. Anybody that watches my video knows that I am not a Joe Biden fan, but I have to say, in this instance, I'm proud of him. I really am, and I hate to say that. I do. I say that biting my tongue, but he definitely acted like a leader in this situation, which is great. So, anyway, I do want to hear your feedback. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Remember, folks, we truly are all in this together. We are one race called the human race. As soon as we can figure that one out, we will be in much, much better shape. Also remember to hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day, tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So it's really, really important that we tell the people that we care about every day how we feel. Last but not least, STD. Step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you are trying to do, whatever you are trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only one that can stop you from reaching your goal is you. That's it, nobody else. Stay positive, stay away from the negativity, and you're going to be just fine. Alright? Please be safe. I will see you guys tonight, 8 o'clock for the live stream. Looking forward to that. I will see you all then. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.